guys, or wherever you may be listening from. We have a lot to talk about to get into the nitty and gritty. I know I haven't uploaded a video in a while. I also hope that you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving so far. If we look at our model runs right now, this is not showing the current radar, but I do hear, or I'm looking at the radar. We are having that potential for maybe some snow showers, maybe some snow flurries that are in the western North Carolina areas near Charlotte, west of Charlotte at least, west of Statesville. So, at the time of this video, guys, I'm not sure if you guys are seeing that, but please let me know if you are seeing those snowflakes. Um, Now, this video is about the South here. We're going to be looking at the chances of snow for the Deep South. Now, this is not forecasted to happen, but these are the things. These are things that may cause you some concerns, things that you want to keep your eyes peeled for, and things of that nature. Let's get a move on. The GFS model, we're moving into the first winter storm. That first winter storm is the Ohio Valley. That's not really going to mess with us here in the South, the Deep South. You may get some areas of snow showers as we're seeing breaking containment right now in the Appalachian Mountains. If we move on to the second winter storm, we see our next storm system, ice possible around the western North Carolina areas, maybe near Asheville or so, some freezing rain with the GFS model. We move that model on, and then we are seeing some containment, some snow racing out the whole entire state of North Carolina. Remember, this is not a forecast, guys. We once again move that tick and see ice now in the area for almost the whole state of North Carolina, areas as far south as Charlotte. I mean, even Rock Hill, Fort Mill, parts of the upstate. Then you look at, once again, some parts of the upstate. We move this on out, maybe some northwest flow potential. We'll just wait and see how that works. And then you move this on, and then we're starting to get far out. Now, if we move over to the European model seems to be not necessarily the coldest one in this model run. Remember, don't get worried. These are not forecasts. So don't really bank on these to be your best bet like this is a forecast showing you these tough conditions. Now, if we look right here, we have the rain area, European model. Ohio Valley storm moves out, and then we have our next winter storm. It's not as cold. It doesn't hit that far south on the second winter storm. But then we move on to the next one, and this one is not loaded all the way. We might be able to come back to that. What will happen here is the question. We move on to the Canadian model just to give you an idea of how all of the models look at this time. Canadian model, we move over to the Canadian model, and we see Ohio Valley winter storm. That's around today. Moves on out. You see those areas of possible freezing rain. We're seeing that snow containment in Charlotte. I'm not sure if that's a loft or that's hitting the ground, but you guys let me know what you're seeing at this time. We move down. Arkansas, wintry mix, freezing rain, snow, possibly going into the Tennessee area. That's the second winter storm. Now, the third winter storm, the talk of the town that people may be arising. Areas, northern Mississippi, northern Alabama, ice, North Blue Ridge Mountains, upstate of South Carolina, Piedmont, North Carolina, and western North Carolina, all up to the Virginias. That low pressure moves on out, and then we start to get far out. So what does this mean? We could potentially be having a winter storm on our hands within 7 to 10 days. And I don't want you to take that, remember, as a forecast, but I do want you to know that that is the possibility of what could happen. So what does this mean for us? If this does tend to happen, if this does happen, if this does occur, just make sure that you remember that you're taking the precautions, the snow precautions. Make sure you have everything prepared for sleet, freezing, rain, snow, things of that nature. I'm not saying go out and rush and have a panic because we're still gathering the models, but chances are increasing. I'm not saying that the chances will decrease. It's a possibility that the chances can decrease. But as of right now, chances are increasing. So if we look back right here, and it doesn't look like we're getting loading all the way, and if we do get that loaded, I'll let you know how that works because we're not getting past seems that day right there. But if we look at the GFS model, we're going to go back to that area that's going to cause some concern. That area right there. And if I can pull out my pen gear here, I can show you and tell you what's going on. So right here, this is the main area of concern for the Deep South. That area sort of right there, red and beyond, that's not to say that none of these areas down here will get snow. That's not to say if these areas up here will even get snow. But right here, this is the area of concern. We're just going to put C for concern. These are the areas of concern that we're going to have right here. Whole state of North Carolina. Once again, if we move that model a tick, look at all of the ice that pops up. Areas of northern Georgia, areas of eastern Tennessee, extreme eastern Tennessee, western North Carolina, Piedmont, North Carolina. I mean, maybe even, what is that? Maybe parts of Fayetteville could get some freezing rain and ice with the GFS model. And as we saw with the European model, not showing necessarily any of that as it didn't load it. The Canadian model is showing the ice and freezing rain as well. So this is something to keep our eyes peeled. Remember, today is Saturday, and this is showing right here Saturday. That's going to be Friday night, Saturday morning. So that's definitely going to raise some eyebrows, raise some concerns. So right here you have that 540 line. So it's quite interesting because the 540 line, as you can see, it's trying to catch up because that's really your cold line mark. It's trying to catch up. It's phasing in between, but really this is your line right here. Is in between that 540 and that 546. Where those temperatures are at for the snowing mark and the raining mark. So it's a lot to discover here, a lot to figure out, a lot of stuff we have to do here to figure out about these winter storms that are coming up. We have the Ohio area winter storm right now. We have the next winter storm that's coming up. The next one after that, which could be the deep south winter storm, not the biggest, but could be raising eyebrows for what is to happen. Now, we're going to look at watches and warnings here to see what is happening right now because I did mention that we are possibly seeing some snow showers around Charlotte. If you guys could let me know in the comment section if you guys are seeing that right now, because that could basically be a loft. Could be some showers, flurries, or nothing's hitting the ground. It is in the atmosphere, but it's probably not hitting the ground at the moment. All right here we do see the watches and the warnings that's on your screen right now. Areas right here, winter storm warnings, all near the Ohio Midwestern area. This is really the Midwestern storm, sort of, I would say. Um, Winter storm warnings, winter weather advisories. This is going to be a big one. That low pressure is right there. If I can just that low pressure is like I think right about here, throwing snow up in these directions and then putting rain down into these directions. That rain's going to keep moving that way towards the south. But also, you have, I believe these are, I can't tell if those are freeze warnings or winter weather advisories. I think those are freeze warnings. I can check that right quick for you. All right, those are indeed freeze warnings. I also am seeing potentially some snow that is entering the northern Charlotte area, northern Mecklenburg, northern Cabarrus County area. I want you guys to tell me if you are seeing that snow. I think the snow is right about here. So let me know what you guys are seeing out there because it is cold and the moisture is there. So I wouldn't be surprised if a few flakes creating a festive experience to end off this November after the Thanksgiving holidays. But that's going to be the South's update here, guys. Remember, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And if I need to make any adjustments to any videos or you guys have any ideas or anything like that, then let me know. And we're going to end today's video. And I'll try to provide more updates. See you guys in the next one.